In this video, I tasted every single flavor of GFuel, and I will give you my brutally honest opinion of what I think of them. Well, not that many, eight flavors out of all of them. But I think that's enough to give a qualified, educated opinion on whether you should reach out and check out GFuel for yourself. And I will definitely not be sponsored by GFuel now or in the future. Hi, I am Editor Pepper, and this is 11:23 p.m. and I am presenting you footage that is nearly a year and a half old. So I hope you enjoy some of the dated references. All this and more coming up. If you need a homie, she ain't a phony. It's time for pepperoni. Yes, let me admit, logistically, this video is a bit of a hassle because I recorded all of the footage originally doing this taste test in the summer of 2021, and I've had it since then, and every time I've revisited it, I've just finally come to the conclusion it's not very entertaining. I'm not very funny in that moment, so we'll use the magic of editing and we'll be able to pretend that I am still editing the footage from before then. I'm gonna leave it in. I would honestly have just reshot this whole video, but I think some of the events that happened while filming it are really interesting to keep track of. I'm admitting it here because I think it's going to be pretty obvious. But first, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please like and subscribe. It really means the world to me. I want to give a shout out to Luis Santiago 5163 for the comment. Much appreciated. If you would like a shout out here, please post a comment on this video. Thank you. Good morning. The time I'm recording this, it is Saturday morning. When you're in the Northeast like I am, the go-to wake-up juice is Dunkin' Donuts.
Here's a short walk through Boston that hits our most iconic cafes. First, we'll start in Government Center at Dunkin'. From there, you just have to walk right across the street for another great spot called Dunkin'. On the other side of that same block, there's a cute cafe called Dunkin' that serves donuts.
There's so many Dunkin' Donuts all over the place over here, so that's usually my drink of choice. I usually get too much of it, and it's also not cheap. Today I decided to do a little something because after all, I am a professional gamer. And as a professional gamer, I saw a deal that I wanted to take advantage of. Hold it up close to the screen so you can see. Look, this is me holding it up close to the camera. I got GFuel French Vanilla, which is an experimental flavor of theirs. It's the only one that I'm aware of that you mix with milk instead of water in order to get that. In order to get it. Oh no. Alright, so here's the... Ooh, it smells like coffee. I'm back. So now my sippy cup, it doesn't quite look it, but my sippy cup is now filled with milk. Alright, and I'm shaking. Bottoms up. I got a bone to pick. This specific flavor, I can't believe I picked this one first. I mean, I guess we see in the footage that I admitted that my original motivation for purchasing GFuel was to be able to try this flavor as a way to try to subsidize my Dunkin' addiction. But let me tell you, this flavor is straight garbage. Absolute garbage. No shot. Do they even still sell it? Actually, it turns out that they've discontinued this flavor since I tasted it. So my whole point of purchasing GFuel is gone. And it doesn't seem like they've gone and made any other coffee-related flavors, which is fair. It was not very good. This is also unique because every one of these other flavors I got as part of like the little starter pack, so they all came with one serving size. This one specifically, I bought the full tub of. Man, oh man, I could not finish it. I just couldn't force myself to. But in retrospect, let me give it a bit of a fair shake. I guess it's a bit of a pun. I think it was probably not as bad. I think if I were to taste it now, I wouldn't think it's as bad because I think the flavor is not a French vanilla. It is this taste of instant coffee. If you've ever had that before. And I think that's probably more similar to what they were going for here. I think it's just the taste of instant coffee plus whatever the like G-Fuel vitamin supplement base taste is. That's where like the combination comes in. There's also this like video that I saw that's called the truth about G-Fuel, which is all about like different ways to prepare it and which one's optimal. And the guy even is like,
that's terrible.
By the end of it, he says the best bet is almond milk. And I religiously tried to get through this, and I remember just tossing it. But maybe if I were to revisit it, I wouldn't think it's as bad. But in all honesty, at this point, I've become much more well-versed in different coffee making ways. And I would not purchase this again, even if it was available. But I guess kudos to them for trying something out. Yeah, black on Blackberry. So this is going to be today's flavor. I just have the container for representation, but I only have a little tiny little packet, which is good because I found out quite a bit of spicy information about this flavor. Well, first off, when you look up, I was like wondering what's up with the name, but not able to figure out like why the name is that. But this flavor was originally Dr. Disrespects. His contract was not renewed when they were continuing to do campaigns, and so that's why it's just been turned into regular black on Blackberry. I'm not sure if the formula is going to be staying the same, because another spicy detail I found out is that this stuff has way too much food dye. It is way like above the recommended amount of food dye that goes into this, and multiple people on the Amazon review of this container, if you were to buy it online, report that it causes your poop to turn radioactive green, like green. Whew. It just hits you. It hits you. It's almost like if you've had like fruit gummies. I feel like the fruit gummy, there's like a blackberry flavor to it. It's almost like if you took one of those gummies and then just turned it into a liquid with like a big like punch in the face with aspartame. I do not get the name for black on Blackberry. I don't know why this was included in the sample pack, because the reviews on Amazon are quite telling. I don't know how I struck out where the first two flavors of this tier list are objectively not good. Like, this was not good. I'm also not a artificial blackberry flavor. Ugh, it's like a licoricey type flavor to it. It's like worse than grape. I think if you like grape and also are intrigued by the potential of having less than pleasant bowel movements, this one's for you. You will also go right here in the bottom. I can't believe that this is the first two already. There we have today's flavor. I wanted to report after yesterday's, because I read all this stuff about how there was going to be side effects from the blackberry flavor, and I'm proud to report that I didn't actually suffer anything. It was all a very normal experience afterwards. So I don't know if they adjusted the amount of food dye that goes into into that specific formula, but I didn't run into any issues. Seems like this is an overall like well-liked flavor, and it's from like a couple of people, they listed it as their favorite, so that's super exciting. Why G-Fuel? No corn syrup, no crashes, 10 different vitamins, 19 different fruit extracts, 5 carbs, 25 calories. When you do look at the little label, it does list a bunch of the supplement facts. All I care about is the caffeine. I mean, it's good. It's very aspartame-y. It's way more strawberry forward than banana, I would say, but it's still like reminiscent of a strawberry banana. Hey, there we go. Finally a good flavor. But in all honesty, you gotta really screw up strawberry banana, given that it's such a default like such a standard flavor. Maybe I'll give it some credit. It's not like there's not like candies really that are strawberry banana, but I would say as far as like drink mixes go, like this needed to be solid. I tried this both with water, which was fun, and then also with milk, which was equally fun. I think it's better with milk. If you do happen to get this flavor, try it with milk. It's quite tasty. But again, they would have really had to mess up something in order for this to not work out. I'll put you here. It's still technically, it makes it look like it's really close to the really bad flavors, but I'll adjust stuff. I'll move stuff around. Pulling out my bag of 5 flavors remaining. I've picked Ragin Gummy Fish. I guess it's gonna, so I guess it's just gonna be Swedish fish flavored. Let the battle begin. Does it come with a shaker? No, but it comes with headphone-wearing gummy fish. It smells fruity. Bottoms up. Well, it's very cherry flavored. Is that the flavor of Swedish fish? I have an unhealthy addiction to Swedish fish. It's called Ragin Gummy Fish, but it's probably more accurate to just think of it like cherry flavor, and then it just happens to also look like the Swedish fish. I don't know how beige Jev is into it, but good for you, Jev. You picked a good flavor. You will go right here, in between the strawberry banana and the terrible flavors. Oh boy, today is like the perfect day for me trying out GFuel. My eyes are screaming. I've got 4 flavors left. Whoa. Alright. I guess this is going to be a very yawny interview. This is the most tired I am. Smells like pineapple. Bottoms up. That is quite good. It's like pineapple flavored if the pineapple flavoring was like pixie sticks first. Alright, this one's also fun. I really like this one. I don't know who Butters is. I looked up Butters. I don't know who. It's funny how the people who are advertising these goods are an entirely different universe from the content that I've consumed. Although I think Ludwig at one point was promoting GFuel. Not anymore. Starfruit's tasty. It's very tropical. It might just be pineapple. It might just be pineapple, but I'm not sure. It's like artificial flavors. Sometimes it's just a matter of like all branding. Like if I closed my eyes and I tasted the flavor, would I really be able to be like, yeah. It's like artificial banana does not taste like banana. I will put it as better. I'll put it probably with the same tier as strawberry banana. Well, today's an interesting day. Technically, in about 30 minutes, Kiryu Coco is going to be graduating from Hololive. Kiryu Coco is going to be graduating from Hololive. Her farewell stream starts at the top of the hour. Today's flavor is Bahama Mama. Ooh. Right off the bat, I opened the package and it's got some nice coconut. I guess I wonder what a real Bahama Mama is, because when I went to look up the packaging, I didn't realize it's a cocktail. Oh, it's an interesting morning. Maybe I'm just coming down with something. And bottoms up. Tasty. It's good. It's tasty. It reminds me of the Starfruit one. Like this makes sense as a favorite. This would be good. I feel like this is almost like begging to have like to be used as a cocktail mixer. Which I don't know how that works out. I don't know how you would add a little like coconut rum to this to just help give it an extra kick. Although it's already pretty coconutty. It seems like it's a good balance of having a strong coconut flavor, but also having the trademark signature GFuel. I remember I assume all the people who do promotions have to have a specific flavor that they encourage people to get or that they like. And this was Snuffy's flavor, Bahama Mama, which is just tropical. I guess you can see the picture. It's pineapple, orange, coconut, and it was good. We're gonna put a pin in this one because I did really like this flavor. But I'm gonna say that it was tasty, and that I would put it right there, right in my very precarious stack. Yeah, it smells just like a pink bubblegum. Now that I think about the comment that described it as like children's toothpaste, it is kind of just based off the smell alone. Yeah. Okay, so this Act bubblegum flavor is what the smell reminds me of, and also I guess the color and the consistency of it. Because it's pink. Now I've just mentally connected that with that I used to use this Act Kids mouthwash. It's all coming back to me. I don't know what made anyone want to think about putting together a bubblegum flavor for a GFuel flavor, but it's just a bummer, man. Maybe it's being more dramatic than it ought to be. But I guess anything bubblegum flavor will just remind me of medicine. What was the medicine? What was like the iconic bubblegum flavored medicine? Amoxicillin. Man, they don't make medicine like they did. Add that to the list of drugs that I wish I could just drink recreationally. If I had a dime for every drug that I had as a child that I wish I could drink recreationally now, I would have 2 dimes, which is not a lot of dimes, but it's weird that I've got 2 that I can think of immediately. But amoxicillin is what I'm thinking of. But anyway, this is very much mid. Throughout this, I'm just confused why they put, like, I would know that black on blackberry and bubblegum are extremely mid flavors. It's weird that they're not putting their best foot forward in a sample pack. So I'll put you here. Because there's only one flavor left and I found out what it was yesterday, I figured I would get dressed up for the occasion. I am watermelon Tori. I don't know. There's no real way I can play out the words of it. But I've got my little hat from Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I've already got my container all set up. I'm like, I've never tasted this before, but I already know what it's gonna taste like. I'll admit though, this is not exactly what I was expecting. Because historically all these GFuel flavors have been like, they've got a 1-2, and this doesn't really have much of the citric acid going for it. It tastes literally exactly like a ring pop, like a watermelon ring pop that's been melted and turned into liquid. It's exactly that flavor. There's no like zing to it. It's just all sweet with a little bit of like candy watermelon taste. Watermelon. It's watermelon. It's exactly what you would think it tastes like. Mid. Okay, there's my precarious tower. So to review, let me reorder my little stack to show you my order of preference. I think I did Starfruit number 1, Bahama Mama number 2, Strawberry Banana number 3. They're all pretty close. And then I had Ragin Gummy. We'll put bubblegum there, and we'll put watermelon in between the two. We'll just say that that's in between. And we'll put black on blackberries the way back. Because in honesty, even though French vanilla is like kind of gross, I did give it a fair shot, but I would not drink black on blackberry again. Well, there's my tier list. I guess what makes for some interesting updates since I recorded that footage was that they've changed the flavor that's provided in the initial starter pack. They've got a lot more starter packs available than I remember when I was originally looking. I think they only had 3 different shaker cups available in the starter pack, and now there's like 30. But I checked through all of them, and they all offer the same 7 flavors. But the 7 flavors are different than the 7 flavors that I was originally given. Also, a sort of like interesting little sidebar. On Tier List Maker, they've got GFuel tier lists that you can do and then rank the flavors that are available. And at the very start of that section, they've also got a tier list that is a summation of everyone's submitted tier lists. I'm not entirely sure how it works considering that people's categories are different, but I'm going to take them at their word for it because there's no real easy way for me to compile that data without having to comb through every single person's tier list and put that result together. And I'm not that involved. I'm not that invested in finding out these stats. Here is the community ranking of every tub flavor in GFuel. And here's a screenshot where I've removed all of the tubs except for the 8 that I tried here in this video. Bahama Mama being an okay actually does surprise me. So does Starfruit. I think I like them more because of the novelty of them. Like, I guess what I'm saying is that there's drink mixes everywhere. If I wanted to go get a drink mix of watermelon flavor, why would I want to do it with GFuel? I guess because they've got the minerals.
Now, they're minerals. Jesus, Maria.
They got the essential 21 herbs and spices involved in their mix. Black on Blackberry being in meh, not great. Totally agreeable. But also weird that they put it in their starter packs. Now, as far as the new starter pack goes, this is what the 7 flavors in the current starter pack rank according to this summary. I guess by removing Black on Blackberry, that just means that all of the flavors that they provide are either really good or okay by community standards. None of them been that absolutely incredible. There were only 2 flavors, and none of the starter packs have offered that. I don't know when they swapped the flavors, but very interesting, very interesting. As far as me tasting other flavors, maybe I'll do the other starter pack. I'll do it more recently so that there's not this long gap between when I film the footage. Maybe someone else from Hololive will graduate in the meantime. But I have no real motivation to try the other flavors because in conclusion, in the original footage that I filmed, I was like, oh, it's kind of controversial that they're marketing to children with energy drinks. I will just say whatever to that. I think it's more that, like, it's just a marketing thing, right? Like, it's just drink mix. Like, I still have the shaker cup and a while ago I thought, man, I think I kind of like the sensation of, like, having a GFuel flavor. Is there any way I could get my hands on GFuel without paying like $40 for a tub? Is there any way I could get my hands on it and just like feel like a sweaty gamer with my game fuel in one hand and my controller in the other while my braless wife comes in and gives me a sandwich unprompted? And I realized, wait a minute, I will just go to the store and buy myself a nice tub of Kool-Aid, pour it in my shaker cup, shake it up. I felt like a gamer. I did not see any benefit to the energy drink base that they provide, although I don't normally drink energy drinks, so I can't tell how it compares. I don't really believe the language that they use as far as like it improves performance, because the supplemental industry is a nightmare of deregulation. But like, I don't know, maybe if they are available in stores, but I would maybe try going back into them, but it's a bit of a huge commitment to try a flavor for the first time and purchase a $30 tub. I'm already like trying to figure out how I can avoid doing that with protein powders. Do I really want to go for the commitment?